Good evening, Togepi, and good evening, Not Pro Yet. Welcome on in, and how are you both doing? I hope this evening finds you well. Good and fine. Glad to hear it. Not Pro Yet, I'm sorry I couldn't get you Smash Brothers for tonight, but I am genuinely excited. And it's re-downloading on my Switch as I speak. I finally broke down and bought new external memory. And it's going to make a world of difference for me. I'm going to be able to have all of my games, all of them, on one device. So this is very exciting. Aww. The leprechaun hat on the vendor. Oh, I love it. It doesn't quite fit. It's kind of mapping to the antenna, but it's really cute. I can imagine it with a little hat between the antenna or antennae. Oh, it would be adorable. Anyways, we're about at 3 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and take down the starting soon, so you can see how I'm dressed because I'm wearing a bit of a costume. It's not Halloween. It's not even April Fool's Day. It's just Sunday. But here I am. Hi. Welcome. Welcome to a very 2015 episode. I've got that and these and that and this. Yes, Togepi, I did. Got the hat handy, if needed. We're gonna be having fun this evening. I'm waiting on Momfgada. I'm sure he'll have something to say. Now, how would you use that tonight? Not Pro Yet. That's true, we are getting back to our fraternity brothers. Ugh. Poor things. It is nice to see Axamin with long hair again, though. I like long hair. Generally, truly, I think guys should try it once in their life. Every guy should try to have long hair at least once, just to see how it looks. Some people, it won't work. It just won't. There's some people who it's not a good look. And there's some people who it surprisingly really will. Hello, Mavocata. And so I think everyone deserves the chance to give it a shot. And the worst thing that happens if you grow your hair out is you cut it back off. You're just poofs as it grows. I mean, that's its own thing. I kind of wish mine did that, right? I kind of wish I had a tighter hair texture than I do. Because that could be, it's very fun to play with at shorter lengths then. Because you can do sort of shorter sides and like a poof on top. Josh, hello. Welcome on in. Josh, thank you. Thank you for the host. Question before we get started. Volume for the music. Is it good? Because I adjusted it. Shorter length, then a bob, and then a mullet. Just to get the full range of... I don't know that you need to do the mullet. Motherfucker, I know you're partial to them. I'm not, personally. Anyways. Motherfucker, how would you rate my outfit? Honestly, I'm so surprised these glasses aren't taken out by the green screen. Like, not even a hint of getting deleted. And yet, like, one white patch on my forehead, and it's like, no, that's gone. Anyways, I'll load in the game. This one. And Josh, how are you? Yeah, this is... Oh, I like the sleeves on that dress. That's fun. Aw, thank you. Out of 5, I'm presuming. Yeah, and of course, channel points redemptions rather tailor fit to match the day. Look, when I come up with a new costume, you're gonna see it. Jenny is awake. Weird that you'd call her Johnny. Should I have a male bot that's called Johnny? Johnny and Jenny? What was the boy from My Life as a Teenage Robot? He had red hair, red spiky hair. Ooh, how fancy, Josh. Hat switch means I'll put the hat on. That's what that means. I've got it here. Not my hat, by the way. This was never a look that I willingly fell into. I never did this with my hair, even when I had long hair. Hello, Gianna. No, Jenny's the bot. AxJ9. Gianna, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Bradley Carbuncle. Carbuncle is a great last name. Though maybe I'm just partial because of Final Fantasy. Would make sense. And we know many wonderful Bradleys. Oh, there we go. Aww. So remember last time we left off, Tad and Axamin had both just finished their exams for the first week of their jaunt at university. And so we return now to the weekend. As a reminder, we'll be back to the full family soon, but we're doing a little further exploration of university because I find it fun. And to give Tad a space where he can garden and master his skills. Gianna, I'm doing very well. Josh, it's specifically like that. There's a reason for that. I'll go ahead and start the game back up. They tailored the leveling in black and white to not be super easy, and so EXP scales. It's not just that it's low, it's that the higher your Pokemon's level is, the lower the EXP you receive from wild Pokemon. This is still true to some extent in later Pokemon games. It's just, blunted by the fact that pretty much everything, with the EXP share being how they revised it, you get so much, EXP across your party that you don't hardly notice. After this Fighter's Pass is done, Smash... I honestly do think they will not do another. Another Fighter's Pass or another Smash Brothers game? That's my question, not per yet. And yes, it's Zivazl. Okay. Tad is shopping. So oh wait, I wanted to go to the bookstore. Sorry, Tad. The bookstore's next door, though. Yeah, because I wanted to get him a gardening book. And while Tad's working on that, Axamin's back. They've got the weekend free. They can do whatever they want. And so for Axamin, what we're going to do for him is work on mastering the charisma skill, which means we're going to be making a lot of friends. Isn't that exciting? Because as a reminder... Oh, that was briefly horrifying. Okay, I need Gardening Volume 3. There it is. Because it's about to be winter in university, so Tad won't be able to do physical gardening. Buy items. Alright, come on back. Yes. I'll be honest, Toby, I didn't fully finish reading what you put, but you talked about what it caused. I saw the notifications. I didn't read it in Discord, but I saw the notifications. And so you said that it caused her to be sort of irritable and binge on junk food. And it didn't go into so many of the specifics around the disorder, which is what I had been sort of prompting questions on. All of which is all right. Oh, Gianna, that's too bad. I know you really... Oh. A date? Alfred Job. Well, Tad's got someone, so no. Who the heck are you? I'm sorry. Can we not? Sir. Get out of Tad's bed. Yeah, so Axamin's working on Renaissance Sim, which means perfecting 3 skills. Okay, just get out of bed. Do it. And so the 3 that he has closest is cooking at level 9, charisma, and fishing. Athletic is also close. Oh! And so our forecast, friendship, with the chance of, I mean, really not actually becoming friends with them for the sake of being friends, but actually doing so in order to progress your skills and make sure that you're still adept at, you know, social conversation. Ever played Sims 2 Castaway? No, never have. I've never played any Sims 2 anything. There's not Pit. Oh, I see. So it's not just that you're missing doing Pit Orchestra because of like another engagement, it's that they're specifically not even doing it. That's too bad, Gianna. You decided to do your own research to cover the void. Well, Togepi, I would love to hear more. And so you mean no more DLC? Yeah, I'll be interested to see how it turns out. You know what I should do with Axamin? Because cooking is another skill that I think is just a nightmare to try and master. I'm gonna get him a cooking book while we wait for someone else to be awake. Now let's look at relationships in the house. He's already best friends with Clark and Jerry of the housemates. Tad's up there, and there's also Ronald, and he apparently hasn't met any of the others, despite the fact that, you know, they all live here. So Dan Baller, and a bunch of the rest. News story, not a documentary, and that's it. Well, that makes sense. Still, I would think, you know, newsworthiness-wise, they would still cover the things that most people would want to know about. And so for Tad, well, as long as the garden's still active, are you gonna, how can you, or is it, are they dormant? No, they're mature, in fact. Gianna, that's so exciting. I'm so glad that you're gonna have that stuff back. Okay, get a cooking. Yummy and delicious. Great. You, come back. And you, Tad. Is there anything that you can do? I can... No. Don't this... Hold on. Yeah, okay. Tad can still tend garden. Apparently in his boxer shorts. Are you gonna change? Tad, honey. You know what? He made his choice. I'm gonna let him enjoy that. Okay. So let's see. Let us see the fruits of our labor. Is anyone awake? It's 5 a.m. Someone should be awake. Ah! Ew. Make a charming introduction to House R.A. Dan Baller. He's wearing nothing. Apparently he's attracted to Axamin. Great. That's not uncomfortable at all. Fitting of his character, yes, you're correct, Togepi. So we're talking about groveling at someone's desk in order to get a promotion. Which I'm pretty sure is how Axamin got to the top of the cooking ranks, because he's not a very good cook. Or at least he wasn't when he made the final promotion. See, look at that. That's what happens when you've got high charisma. It's like you will immediately jump to friend. And because Axamin has never dull, whenever we find that thing that is the most easy thing to use to boost friendship, we can just hammer away at it. Though this one, I'm not seeing... Last time we had some social interactions that were essentially some of the quick stuff. The ones that always do +2. In this case, I may have to just do Shaka Bra and Friendly Hugs. Because those are fast. I'm only slightly concerned about the optics of, you know, just constantly hugging a middle-aged man in nothing but his underwear, but, you know, Sims 3 is rated T for teen. If we do get a third fighter's pass, I could sketch him, that would be uncomfortable. Let's get to know him a little. I do believe we may have a chance of getting more characters and that will seemingly not have no chance of getting a smash. So you're saying more rare character, or not rare, but unusual choices. Not pro yet. I don't know what you're talking about, Mofkata. It's fine. Enthused about sleeping in. Axamin's a night owl, so he enjoys sleeping in. Get to know. Friendly hug. Friendly hug. Friendly hug. What's funny is some of the fastest options to grow your social standing with people are actually the flirtatious options. Oh, Togepi, I would love that. What do you think my final smash would be? Now, probably, I would still love Isaac from Golden Sun.
Rousey Babs.
What do you mean by time caught up? And hello, Nash. How are you doing? Lurking while playing. Sounds good, sounds good. Enjoy your monster huntering. That's the verb tense, right? Huntering. Not hunting, huntering. Hello, Mystic. Welcome on in. Oh, your clocks went for it. Okay. I didn't know you had time changes, too. Forgive my relative indifference to how Europeans handle... I suppose you would also call it daylight savings time. He's talking about love. That's not uncomfortable. Especially after all the times we've hugged him. Okay, one more get to do and we're there. How am I? I'm well, Mystic. I'm well. Okay. But just like that, we're best friends with Danny here. And Tad is still working in the garden. And has almost gotten halfway through his next skill level. Charisma progresses the most quickly by talking to people. You can read books or, you know, practice speech in the mirror, but the fastest way to improve your charisma skill... Ooh, Ronald's another one who I haven't fully boosted yet. Greet. Hold on. We're done talking to you, Dan. He's asking us about how things are going at school. It's fine. You're the RA. I get it. You got to check in and that stuff. But we don't... We're good. We're good. We have like a... You know, Axamin has a perfect GPA. It's great. Okay, are you... Where are you? Where exactly are you going? Ronald is right here. Okay. I guess we had to go out in the rain to have this conversation. See you later. Welcome back. I'm doing well. How are you? Miorpsa. He seems to be in a great mood. Let's ask him about his day. Look. He's thinking such happy thoughts. Oh, well, we're doing better. Let's chat a little. Now, since we did the original, like, interaction with him back when Axamin still had lower charisma, he is not already as far along on the friendship scale, which is good, because the more interactions we do, the more we can build it. And Mystic, that sounds like a wonderful day. Though I'm sorry if the rescheduling negotiations take a while. Trust me, I get it. Under normal circumstances, trying to find time to do things with friends is seemingly impossible. Axamin wanted to pillow fight with Dan Ballard. I'm gonna shut that down. Mavkata, they're like rain machines. So yes, big colander. I'm sure some films would wait for actual, like, practical effect weather. Or some film situations, maybe not films. Filming situations. Well, then just stay hidden in your room. You don't gotta do anything you don't wanna. Okay. Axamin's getting hungry. I think I'll come back to making friends with Ronald after we've eaten. And since I still have to master cooking with him, let's do a little cooking. Now last time, we watched Axamin make a little French toast, and it was horrifying, so I'm interested how this dim sum will turn out. I'm not worried. Have there been any other characters that have been pulled from Marvel vs. Capcom? Oh, Mystic, this is the fraternity house at university. So, it's not so much anyone's. And it's the same save file, it's just Axamin and Tad are the only ones out. Speaking of, Tad, where are you? Oh, still working in the garden. Still in your boxer shorts. Still getting rained on. Good for you. Rio and Ken. Good point. Okay. So there's precedence to suggest that that would be a possible move. Especially given that a bunch of the Phoenix Wright games are on Nintendo systems. Okay. Let me have a look at this. One back. So what are we putting oil on? Is that like a half-chopped onion? Also, for a vegetarian dish, that looks a lot like chicken breast. We're really doing a lot of work just on that onion. It became a bigger onion. Are we making dough? Mega Man. Ah, yeah. Could be tofu, I suppose, but it got bigger. Silly, I'm afraid I can't quite read that sentence, but one of the words that I can make out is beer, which I feel like explains everything. Oh, I see what you mean, Mystic. Okay. I love the sound of a rainy day in The Sims, actually, when it's not too stormy. You were, Togepi. Admittedly, you were. You can make that out, Mystic? Perhaps? If that's okay. Oh! Where did those plates come from? Look at all the dishes and chopsticks that he just pulled out of the oven. That's gorgeous. How good. Chad is coming to grab a plate too. What perfect timing. Oh, they can have a little meal together. You have a letter that's not working. Oh, okay. Is it M? Okay. I wonder if Tad will ever put on pants. Tad, honey, no. Eat. You got things to do. Did I make Tad that muscular, or did he just... I mean, I know he's done some exercise. Celia, it's not a problem. Never you worry. Okay, you... This... Don't do it! Ugh. He was so good, and now he's just... Now that he's taken a drink again... Ugh. Such a problem with this one. But as soon as you're done, oh, I didn't think I actually told him to. Oh dear, what is his repair skill? Oh, it's 4. I think that'll be okay. I thought I had him call someone to fix it. I worry about Sims repairing things like dishwashers that are electrical equipment because that can be dangerous. I'd really rather not have him electrocute himself, but it worked. It worked. It worked. It's fine. Mavkara, I know. I know what you mean. Togepi, you're right. You're actually fully correct. The whole problem here is that I gave Axamin any praise whatsoever, and that just broke him. Just fully broke him. He's like, oh, I've been doing so good. Cheat day! Ugh, sounds like me when I was, sounds like me whenever I try to, like, change how I eat now. It's like 2 days, oh, I've been eating so good, and then I'm gonna eat whatever I want on the 3rd day. Back to you. You're fully soaked now and starving, so great. I'm gonna tell a funny story. How late did you stay up? How was the show? What's your major? Catch up on old times. I'm essentially going through like the, your Nana's round of questions. How you doing? How's the thing you're working on? How's school? Are you seeing anyone? All of that. Tell me everything. Explain. Mavakata, tell me more. Then followed up with a hug. Well, now I can. Soon. I need to Shakabra first. Am I trying to kill him? No! No, certainly not. There we go. Now I can friendly hug. And apparently discuss favorite TV shows. Why can I not friendly hug anymore? Ooh, you know what I could do? I could do like the sort of Twitch streamers line of conversation. Boast about gamer skills. Where's complain about video games? Complain about video games. Boast about gamer skills. Enthuse about comic books. Hold on, there's another one. Complain about sleep deprivation. There we go. That's exactly it. That's that right there is your Twitch stream commentary starter pack. Are those still a thing? Starter packs? Yay. Okay. There's about sleeping in. A friendly hug. Get to know. Get to know. Get to know has been really ineffective at revealing traits. Talk about movies. You slip once and it's over. I see what you mean. It's a very clonky bathroom. Let me look at the charisma challenges. I feel like there's something that I can do to increase my ability of like learning traits. Okay, so the challenge is successfully told 100 jokes. Everybody's best friend, have at least 10 best friends. I'm getting there. Super friendly. Can have 20 friends. Okay. I've told one funny joke. So I have learned plenty of traits. Maybe I'm just not noticing. Charisma challenges. Oh my god, that's terrific. Oh, I had a good one. The Archduchess Franz Ferdinand? No, that's not it. It'll come back to me at some point in the middle of the night. Archduchess on its own isn't bad, though. Maybe I should work on that comedian one. Tell a funny story. Joke about professors. Tell a funny story. Joke about professors. Is it I'm Tincho? Or just Tincho? However you'd like to be called, welcome on in. It's going well. How are you doing? And hello, Meehan. How are you? No. Just Archduchess on its own. Just Tincho. Perfect. Sounds good to me. Fan of The Sims? Have any questions? Feel free to throw them my way. Perfume Parisian. Or Parisian. Not bad. The alliteration seems common. Okay, so those are working as jokes. And once you get down the road of like saying, doing several funny interactions in a row, you'll unlock more. Lisa, new car. I adore that, Mafakata. That's terrific. Normally you don't like puns, but that's a good one. Yeah, now I can do like tell inside joke because Ronald thinks I'm being funny. Or you can goof around, which I don't remember what that interaction means. Oh, you're right. Let me see if I've got the lifetime happiness points for it. I think observant is one of the cheaper ones. Yeah. Discover the traits of others twice as quickly. Thank you. Yeah. No, Nash, it would. It really would. But that's part of the fun of playing on hard mode, you know? Over emotional. Coward. Mooch. He doesn't seem a very good person, but he is rich. You didn't sign up for hard mode, but you got signed up for it. Oh, I can tell a dirty joke. An impersonate a celebrity. Talk about old times. It's been a lovely week since we met. Oh, Nash, or is it Mafakata? Thank you for shouting out Nash. For those who don't know, Nash is wonderful. And deserves to be checked out. Thank you for remembering when I forgot. Oh, you. You could be talking to people, but actually, I want you to read a book. I want you to master your gardening skill. There we go. This is working. Oh, hello. Persona Guy, thank you so much. So that was apparently the dirty joke. Apparently the dirty joke was about music. Probably something about, you know, flats and, you know, sharps in your flats or something. Do you think you could impersonate a celebrity just based on their walk? Like a pebble in your shoes? Yes, exactly, Motherfucker. Ooh, oh, Persona Guy, have fun. Yeah, my new laptop has one of those, and I hate it. I like a lot about my laptop. I do not like. I don't like the fact that it's got a backlit keyboard. Truly, I didn't need that. But it's got great RAM and more memory than my old laptop. On your tablet. Ooh, very nice. So, which isn't to say that you shouldn't be excited about it. It's just I find it too bright at night, and so I always have to turn it off. And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't remember when I turn it off, and it'll turn itself back on. Something involving tubas. Yeah, tubas I think are inherently one of the funnier instruments. Okay. We're just comparing favorite colors right now? Is that what's happening? No, we gotta finish making him like our perfect best friend. Thankfully the jokes are fast. Ooh, Mystic, excellent. Okay, let's see how that did improving our successful jokes. Yeah, we're already up to 27. And so, Mystic, do you have your eye on any kind of laptop in particular? What just happened? Okay, you know what? We're done talking to you. Gotcha. Aaron Matthews would like to know if I want to go on a date. Nope! I'm focusing on my studies, thank you. I do, however, need to shower. Someone in the... Who's in that bathtub? You. How are you doing on the reading? You're getting there. Okay, but go to bed. We're gonna get Tad to be master gardening tomorrow. No! Oh my gosh, I hate the Sims in this house. For the love of Christmas with you! Not your bed! Yeah, leave. Now. Not your bedroom, not your bed. Jeremy. Boy, sleep. Now. Claim your bed before someone else tries to steal it. Oh my gosh. Tad, please. I'm about to kill him. Aw, Persona Guy, how wonderful. Aw. What coloration does Shiny Shinx have? Can you remind me? Okay, he's gone to bed now. Perfect. They're taking care of themselves. Gold. Ooh, that sounds very pretty. Okay. Yeah, Mystic, exactly. Yeah, and so we did finish this one, for having 10 best friends. And how many friends do I have total? 13. So it probably looks very, very Michigan colors, but Still, I think that sounds adorable. Okay. And now with everyone's best friend, for anyone who we meet fresh, it'll be super quick getting them up to best friend. Once you've mastered charisma, usually you can talk to someone and immediately become their best friend. Oh, the blue becomes gold. Oh. Does the yellow in the ears become blue? Stays the same color, so it's yellow on yellow. Okay. You need to eat. You do too. Yeah. Leftover dim sum. Probably will be fine. The equipment at the fraternity house is very cheap. So it may be, you may get some of that freezer stuff. Becomes like an orange color. Okay. Okay, I can kind of picture it then. No worries. It's just not something that I really can speak to, so I'm not gonna. Which one are you? Oh, you're Jerry. We've already made best friends with you. So how many... Yeah, I guess I only need to... There's 4 more that I need to make... Or no, because Tad's one of them. So only 2 more. Yeah, only 2 more that I need to make best friends with in the house. The guy with the goatee who was just hitting on Tad. Because apparently all the boys are irrevocably interested in Tad. Okay. Yeah, Jeremy's one of them. Oh. Good for them. What are you up to? No. You need to make best friends with this boy. A friendly introduction. Exactly, Togepi. That's what I do with everyone, in real life, too. Dan is one of the ones that I've kicked out of Tad's bed, Togepi. And truly. Everyone's into Axamin, too. Wow! Learned everything about him in like one interaction. Okay, watch this. Because we know he likes art. Talk about art. I'm going to do this like 5 times and we're going to be best friends. There we go. Oh! Glasses come off. And the hat goes on. Oh my gosh. Hold on. You gotta have some of the hair showing. There we go. You asked for this, Persona guy. There we go. I'm living it up like it's 2015. Look at my outfit. Are you just gonna leave the conversation like that? In the middle? Okay, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm gonna talk to this one, Nathan. We're gonna turn on the charm. Watch me now. Wait a minute, is Axamin's hair still short when he's not wearing his regular outfit? Did I just notice that? Everyone in this house is into everyone else. That's what's happening now. This isn't a fraternity. This is a... You know what? I'm not going to say it. Ooh, he's into art too. Okay, watch this. Gonna talk about art like once and become best friends. Yeah, this is really... This is Love Island, not the main house, which is just full of dysfunction. This is the one. Oh, and you, are you reading yet? No, you're dancing. Somehow. I thought I deleted all the... Yeah, watch. Oh, wait, it didn't jump straight to best friend. It's supposed to. Well, talk about art a few more times. We'll get there. Oh, he's socially awkward. But he's a natural cook. Oh, we can talk about cooking. And Tad can just continue to read in his underoos. But he will, if he reads all day, be a master of gardening by the evening. Is that like a Crobat persona guy? Drinking tea? There we go. You can stop talking to him about art now. So for whatever reason, Jeremy is like the hardest to progress along the friendship scale. Where'd he go? Oh, poor Josh. Josh is one of the maids. I can only assume what horrors he's seen. I guess Jeremy went out? Okay, well, in that case, I should probably work with Axamin on one of its other skills. So let's see how long it would take if reading the cookbook that I bought him. No, not that. Oh, I have two of these. Well, whoops. How long would it take? Only until 6 p.m.? Oh, this is happening. He's gonna master cooking today. Oh, there's Jeremy, who I think just took off all of his clothes in the middle of the kitchen. Whose house do you think this is? That's disgusting. Maybe I don't even want to be best friends with him. I don't like him. He's gonna cook some bacon. It sounds dangerous with the flying grease. Why is cooking bacon shirtless a thing? Because I feel like this is not the first time I've heard that. Okay. Well, he's interrupting book club, but I'm just going to zoom in on this because this is delightful. Pain, mainly? Oh. So it's like a masochism thing. Perfect. Okay. Happy book club. Wait a minute, did it say? No, it said 6 p.m. Maybe it meant 6 p.m. tomorrow. Mystic, would that I could. I love that Tad's wings still flap. I'll be honest, sometimes I forget Tad's like a fairy and I just will completely ignore his wings. Okay. Book club. He's gonna finish at 6:30. And he's finishing at 8:30. So it gave bad estimates on both accounts. Well, Mystic, I don't think I can do that, because I technically don't have control over him, and I can't marry him. Both because I would not want either Axamin or Tad to have married him, A, and B, because the main house is still full. Okay, Tad's gonna finish. It's a great book club, though. I mean, what's Tad gonna do without the grade boost from gardening? Now, his lifetime wish, Tad's lifetime wish, wasn't just to master gardening. He also needed to use bloom on 100 plants. Congratulations, Tad has just improved his gardening skill to level 10. Tad has an accomplished amazing feat of botany and agricultural science. Few gardeners can boast produce that tastes as fresh and looks as good as Tad's harvest. Well done. Tad can now grow the Omni plant. Exciting. Okay, so I need to see how this works. Bloom Sims 3. Okay. So at level 5, fairies gain the power bloom. So fairy magic has like levels. And so learning new fairy abilities. Fairies like other supernatural life states. Betty no, Tad does not want to talk. Can level up to learn new abilities. They receive experience anytime they do something that consumes magic power. While running an aura, your fairy is constantly gaining experience in the hidden fairy magic skill. So continue to act as a fairy and use those abilities. Your sim will level up naturally. Okay. And so I have... Tad has, like, some of these, right? Oh dear, Mystic, I'm sorry. Yeah. Tad can cast an aura of creativity or soothing, which means he's at least at level 1. So, casting the auras... will constantly level up the magic skill. Are they having a little... Is he talking to Axamin while Axamin is reading? Is this Sims D&D? Might as well be. Okay, and that lasts for a certain amount of time. And I can also have him do I Can Fly. Which is fun. Said anything that consumes magic, which I Can Fly does. Ooh! It's fine. Yeah, that's what you gotta do to level up the fairy powers. Oh, it's Monday. Oh gosh. Well, you need to go to bed. We'll work on it later. Who? Oh my heavens. I'm going to kill you. Yeah, Tad can now fairy trap toilets. Perfect. So that's, I think that indicates that he's now at level 2. Yep, he's at level 2. Oh, this is perfect. We're already progressing. We just need to get to level 5. I mean, I have never really played with Supernatural Sims this much. This is enjoyable. Okay, great. And you, honey, are you... No. Just go to bed. You can eat in the morning. Just go to bed. Oh my gosh. The RA is playing guitar in the middle of the hall the day before classes start back up. So as a reminder, they are still university students, and now that, school's going to be opening back up, we have to keep Tad and Axamin's grades up. And I'm probably just going to play this pretty fast. Tuesdays and Thursdays I have a bit more leeway to do things, but Mondays, Wednesdays, and perhaps Fridays. Yeah, seriously, Mavakata, that's what I'm saying. He plays the guitar, he's middle-aged, like... He's the RA. That's for sure what he is. That's why he's here. There's always an old man that gets put into the fraternity. Normally it's a really old man. This time it's a middle-aged man, and he's really filling the, the RA shoes. Okay, who's awake? Okay, honey, you need to go have some food. Spoiled waffles? No, you don't want that. You're gonna have some cereal. That'll be enough for now. You don't have time to cook. And you, good sir. Why? Oh my gosh. I set this bed as Tad's. Like, normally it would prohibit other I need to just lock the doors again. Okay, you're showering. You're eating. Quite literally, I feel like that's what The Sims is saying, Togepi. Just like, that bed's open, that bed's mine. It's also, I mean, they are the best beds in the house, in fairness, but also at the same time, ain't your beds. You didn't ask. I would never sleep in like one of my roommates' beds, especially when I have my own bed. That would be such a choice. Practically designed to inspire acrimony and malcontent. Oh wait, Axamin has space between his classes. Don't need to do that. Okay. School. School is now happening. And we're gonna move through that nice and quick. Because the nice thing is, I don't have to restart from, you know, base 0. They essentially have their full grades from last week. And they get to just, you know, blow on through so long as they keep... Actually, I could just set them to normal effort. Dan might just have evening classes, Togepi. If you're lucky, when you're a one-class sim. What are you doing? I'm so sorry. Are you playing guitar outside and asking for tips? And you're about to be sniffed by Steve Texas? What is happening? I leave you for 1 second, and this is what you do? Oh boy. I don't even know what to do with that. Boy, we picked a great best friend there. Okay, stop the conversation. Stop the conversation. No. Honey, no. I don't think so. You know what I'm gonna have you do? You need to do something fun. You can go to the Bolorama. We visited this place last time, but I don't think we've, you know, got our money's worth quite yet. You know, Tad's in all his classes. But Axamin's got a gap. A mean-spirited flirt. That tells you a lot right there, don't it? Yeah, so we can... Oh, that's just art. You can't play darts with that. Too bad. An LED dart panel would be actually quite fun. Lemon bowl. Okay. And we could have him essentially do cooking to keep his grades up. Yeah, perfect. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah. I always scheduled my classes in college to not have like a huge gap in the day. I always preferred having things back to back to back rather than having like a big space. My very first semester on like Tuesdays and Thursdays, I had a class that started at like 4:55 and an 8 a.m. and that was like it for the day. And so those days were like, just, it was kind of terrible. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I didn't have that class on Tuesdays, so on Thursdays it was just the one, because it was a 6-credit class, so I had it Mondays. Wait, was it Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, or Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays? Either way, okay. No, I think it was Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and so my Wednesday got to a later start. But anyways, I did not like those gaps. And the later class was a writing class, so almost always I would leave the like day's writing assignment until that like afternoon gap. And that's always fun. No, to finish, I should say. I would usually do a bit of writing in advance, but I always worked pretty much up to the line. And we had a printer in my residence hall, and in my residence hall was also where my writing class was, because it was a thing that they were doing. I don't know why. I didn't like it, honestly. I kind of like having physical distance and space between where you're living and where you have class, just as a point of course. But there was a printer in the residence hall, in like the basement lounge, and half the time I would go to print my paper for the class, because even though we had to submit them online, we also had to bring in a paper copy, because don't ask me. And I kid you not, there were days where there would either be a really long queue or the printer would be broken, and I would have to run then to the library to go print it within like the 10 minutes between when class started and when I realized the printer was, going to be blocked. Sometimes it would just jam. And this was a frustration constantly of mine. Classmates in my building would, like, the printer would break on them and they wouldn't tell anyone. They would just walk away. There's resident services for a reason. Okay, are you smelly from bowling? Go to class, honey. I don't know what you're playing at, but you need to go. And how are you doing? Are you enjoying your being on your phone outside of this academic building? Hiding behind a tree that I apparently cannot get around. Okay. That'll be fine. Alright, they're both almost done for the day. We'll have them back at home nice and soon. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, someone built an igloo. Aw. Igloos are fun. You can sleep in them, and if you've got a romantic suitor around, you can in them. There are a lot of places, actually, where Sims can... haystacks, tree houses. This is one of the things that I really have hardly shown off. Okay. Tad swapped to normal effort because long day. Axamin's gonna need some food. Oh look, Dan's doing laundry. Oh, how sweet of him. Serve dessert. The defrosting ice queen trope? This is not something with which I'm familiar, Togepi. Please say more. Or maybe don't. I'm aware, Mystic. That's what I'm saying. Kids don't know what that means? And it doesn't feel like something you can, like, ask about, because it's like... If someone, if a child were to ask, what does mean? A parent would be like, man, I don't know. Can I explain? Ah. I see, Togepi. So, Nash. When one sim and another sim have increased, their relationship moodlet to a certain point, they can do this thing called woohoo! And I don't know what it is, but they seem to have a lot of fun doing it, and also it's a social activity. And they can do it in different places. And you can fill in the rest of the blanks for yourself. Okay, so how is this pie made? Eggs on what is presumably a pile of limes. Cooking in The Sims is disgusting. I don't want to even know what that little pile is in the middle. Whatever it is, we're pouring milk straight into it. Nice and beautiful fireworks display. I believe that. Implicitly, Togepi. Oh, this'll be lovely.
Gleb.
We're not receiving a text. Wouldn't it be nice if you could do that? If someone who you didn't want to talk to was texting, you could just be like, I didn't get that. I didn't receive that. It's not that I'm not responding to something you sent me. I just didn't get it. I never received it. My phone does not have it. Why can't I do that? Why can't I just have something in my phone where I say, I'll want to receive texts from them, but I don't want to block them because that seems quite rude. And I don't want to take their contact out my phone in case I need to, respond to them. But I don't want to, I do that too much. That's the answer. I do that too much because I hate texting anyone. I love people. I love talking to people. I really enjoy people. I hate texting people. I don't like it. That's a gorgeous looking pie, though. Oh my heavens. Are you gonna just keep drinking, or are you gonna... You need to eat. Have some pie. Someone broke the television. Someone broke a television somewhere. Yeah. I thankfully don't have, super texty parents. I think I'm lucky in that both of my parents, in my opinion, use social media very responsibly. And are critical of what they, see online, rather than just taking everything at face value. And so, I'm happy with them generally. And they're good at giving, me and my sister our space. But being there when we need them. Put away the leftovers. And then go to bed. And Tad, you need to go to bed very quickly before someone steals it. Alright, great. Both asleep. Okay, so I guess Dan just is sleeping with all the boys now. That's fine. That's not problematic. Oh. I think I just got a headache. Would you leave, please? Oh, and you're just gonna take that guitar. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We sure do, Avocado. Okay, what can you do? He doesn't have any skill building things he can do that are fun. Which means the best thing for Tad to do when he wants to boost his, fun moods is just play video games or something. Whereas Axamin can sort of two birds, one stone and paint. Because that will improve his grade performance and his fun. Yeah, I should fix that. Here, I'll do that now, and then we'll get back to the painting. Faster, please. Oh, sorry. Right after we do this, I'm going to lock that door to Tad's room. You had to be shirtless, didn't you? There we go. And we're done. He can get to the bathroom through the door on his side. Specify. You know who can open this door? Anyone who's not Tad or Axamin. Okay. Ain't no one need to be using those beds. Yeah, I know it's his sleeper. I understand. I picked it out. I still think those trousers look very comfortable. Look at them. They're plaid and orange. Plaid sleeping trousers, I feel, are the most comfortable. Is there no light in there? Okay. Honey, you've got class in 3 hours. Study on your phone a little. You can do that. I think this is the lecture day for both Tad and Axamin, and the practical day is Thursday. Tad's is first, which means Axamin can just stay and paint, like, all day. And I'll monitor Tad because always, 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 they love to slack off in the lectures. Though I could let Tad. I could let him do it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll see how he does in lecture. Also, Mahmood should be here. Yeah. So we'll sit next to him. Maybe that's what Tad will do. Maybe he'll spend the whole time making googly eyes. Oh, he got to take his seat first. We'll see where Mahmood sits. This is always a mind game. If you have someone who you're interested in the class, whether or not they come and sit next to you. Imagine if they had a college update in Animal Crossing. It would break it. It would break the game. Oh my gosh. Sarah! You took his seat! Okay. I don't blame Tad for that. So, Tad made the right first decision. He's just taken notes. Good for him. Now the question is, will he fall asleep? Asking questions isn't bad. I feel like the lecturers never answer them. And so Tad's just going to sit there for, 25 minutes with his hands up, taking notes. Look at how good of a little student he is. Oh my gosh, he's learned so much. I'm so proud of Tad. Good for him. Wow. He has grown so much. And all of them, regardless of personality type, would say that exact same thing, Togepi, because who can hire writers these days? Oh, Axamin finished a painting. You gonna go to sleep? No, lecture's over. Good for you, Tad. Oh my gosh. Such a good student. Okay, don't berate his ignorance. Like, true, but also don't do it. Okay, he'll have class soon. So now we get to see if Axamin is gonna be good in the same way. And Tadity Tad can spend time while Axamin's at lecture doing fairy stuff. Here, I'll get a bunch of stuff queued up for him. Alright, Tad. I'm gonna have you place fairy tricks on every toilet in the house that's not yours. Have fun! And then can cast an aura. There we go, little fairy work. Oh. Oh look, Axamin's driving some of the folks. Oh, that's nice of him. Good for him for carpooling. No thanks. Okay, Axamin picked the same seat, taking notes. Right off the bat, good start, good start. I'm kind of impressed. They're both doing the right thing. Goes straight to another round of notes. I was, when I was in college, I was always a very much, like a note taker on paper. Like, there were some of my classmates and peers would, they would type notes and use their laptops, and I just never. I couldn't do it. I couldn't bear to stare at the screens for that long. I felt that I was doing much better. I was doing a much better job catching what people were saying, catching what my professors were trying to impart when taking handwritten notes, because I actively had to shorten and synthesize as we went through the lecture in order to capture everything. And so it kept me actively engaged rather than just sort of, typing verbatim what they were saying. And so, while occasionally there would be one or two salient points that a professor had made that I had missed, that then later showed up on an exam, by and large, and really that's why my handwriting is so nice, it is not. My handwriting is cartoons. I can read my handwriting just fine, but it's very silly. Here, hold on. I have something that I can use to demonstrate this point. Because I never put anything away, it's not that. I don't never put anything. Oh, I have my sketchbook. That would be easier, because then I can show a full page. Yeah, that'll work. This just lives on my shelf. Yeah, and we had to take notes. Yeah, so here's my page of notes from the V&A Museum. That's not going to be... Okay, you can see. Like, you can see, my handwriting isn't nice. It's all very squiggly and weird. But I can read it. Did I ever tell you that part of our grade in that class was how much we wrote as notes? Mine is not. I can make my handwriting small, but default, it is not. Oh, really? You want to go to the Victoria and Albert Museum, Avocado? Well, I can recommend it. I actually liked visiting the museum. Oh, this is another real story. Hold on. Okay, yeah. You should cook. I'm gonna do this while they talk. Veggie burgers, I guess. Sure, that's fine. And Tad can do whatever. So, when I was finishing that sketchbook, one of the things that we had to do was have, documentation for all of the things that we were drawing. And when we were at the Victoria and Albert Museum, we were to draw one of the plaster casts in a large hall of plaster casts that they had. And so I did the cast of Donatello, which was originally from somewhere in Italy. Because of that, but the problem was, as I was, writing down the details, I realized I never took a picture of the actual name or location, that it was. I had just picked a thing to draw and taken a picture of the thing to draw and presumed that I could find it on the museum's website, which I later realized was impossible. And so the day that it was due, I had spent most of the night awake, finishing my drawings, and I actually wasn't even done at this point. I still had some more that I was working on that day, because I remember finishing the Soane Museum exterior shot later that day at the British Museum. No, British Library. Ooh. And so, I had stayed up most of the night. I had slept for maybe an hour just like laying my head on my desk because I was exhausted. And this is so gross. Ugh. Please repair the dishwasher after you eat. And so, realizing that I was missing the information, I was like, okay, I've got to go back to the V&A Museum when it opens. And so I went that morning, and wouldn't you know it, they had closed that wing for construction. And so memory doesn't serve if I convinced one of the construction workers to get the information for me. I don't think that's what I did. I think what I did is I actually went past one of like the partition lines into the construction section, the section that was being constructed or sort of having renovations done, in order to take a picture of the thing that I needed and skedaddle before anyone saw. And then go back to somewhere where I could, you know, actually finish my drawing, because I wasn't about to sit at the V&A museum for the rest of the day. You say that, Mafakata, but darn if it didn't get me an A. Hard for the chance of illegal and unsafe activities. I mean, they weren't doing like hard construction, but I remember I was horrified because the wing was closed. And I was like, okay, decision time. I gotta do something about this. What's it gonna be? Hey, Tad, how are you doing? You wanna study? I think you do. Study hard. Oh no, Mofakata. The people who make those ancient artifacts should have known. They should have known better, though. What can I say? Not a real point. Yeah, so much heartache. I can tell you, for almost every one of those drawings, either something that went wrong, or something that I did that my professor didn't want me to do, and I just convinced her to let me do it. Captain Spark, welcome on in. Oh, Toby, some things get damaged when exposed to certain types of light. You know, older paints and pigments, some textiles, and so you've got to be careful with that sort of stuff. And some places are really finicky about your taking photos, even when you're not, even when it's not flash photography. The Vatican will not let you take pictures within the Sistine Chapel, and they have people who are standing throughout the room, which gets super, super crowded, who will say, no, put your phone away. And so, if you're like me and want to take photos anyway, you just sort of surreptitiously hold it at chest level and face it upwards rather than doing this and step away from the people who are like, put it away. But, with an Italian accent, because Vatican. Okay, doing some painting. You're doing some drinking. Did you finish the studying that I told you to do? Probably not. That's fine. What is this? Successful prank? Yay! Let's do a little more fairy stuff. Tag can fly. Oh, can he do... No, he can't do fairy repair on that. Here we go, this is working. Can I cast another aura? No, I guess not. I have to wait probably until this is done. Okay. I think it's time for him to go to bed. Actually, now that fairy magic just refreshed. Perfect. Cast another aura and then go to sleep. Oh, me too, Togepi. Absolutely. Yeah, you have a little shower and then go to sleep. Oh, why does... I thought I saw... Yeah, no, I did. Is Tad's aura affecting Axamin too? What does that aura do? And welcome on in, Nick. Logic, charisma, and athletic performance is improved. Oh, interesting. Okie dokie. Yeah, I will say, not at all wading into, political balance. I hope for the citizens of DC, yeah. Because it's a weird situation they're in. For those of you who are not from the US, it's just... It's odd that there's a place within the contiguous United States where, the people who live there have essentially a separate set of, relationship to the, their federal and local government than anyone else. Essentially have their town's budget decided by the rest of the country. Anyways. Boop. Who's trying to call at midnight? Man, people are asleep. Yeah, they have non-voting representatives. Which means they can send someone to Congress who can, talk to Congress people, but they can't vote on nothing. Okay. Tad has now gotten another level up on the fairy skills. This is actually working so well. Are you awake already? I guess you are. Okay. What you gonna do? Critique? Why don't you... You've got the... Can you bone up on anatomy? Is there a reason DC statehood is on your mind today, Nick? Anyhow, one of the many. Again, won't go much deeper into it than that, but... Oh, the boat in the... Oh, Motherfucker, I saw, I saw a picture top down in the New York Times, and it was so interesting seeing the shipping containers on there. They were, from far away, looks like dominoes. But also, they were evaluating whether or not human error played in. Weird leap from hearing about the Vatican. Okay, I'll take it. I'll be curious to see if they find any human malfeasance involved. And there was also a profile of a tiny village that's close to where it happened that essentially, has a front row seat to all the efforts to get it dislodged, as well as sort of the ensuing chaos. Okay, so apparently standing outside in your box is short. Well, no, he's wearing it. He's actually wearing his winter gear. That's good. I was about to say. This is working. This is improving his academic performance. Excellent. And you are awake. And why don't you continue painting? They've got a full day of classes starting soon. I think so. Because if it were natural, it would be called a straight. Like the Bering Strait. Hello, Ryan. Welcome on in. Is that a serious question, Nick? Oh my. Oh, Mystic, that is interesting. Olivia Warshon-Vergeben, welcome back. How are you doing? Tried napping and vaguely succeeded. Excellent. For those who don't know, Motherfucker, would you mind shouting out Ryan? Ryan and I and Nash and Peter Holyhadukin and Gnarl. Rav, hello! We're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it was my first time, and we were doing that earlier today, and Ryan woke up from only 3 hours sleep to do it, and I appreciate it immensely. Yes, it ran aground, Nick. And so essentially the ship was wider than the canal, and got blown by a sandstorm. I did, Mystic, yes. I was playing a precocious young consular intern who asked all the wrong questions. Cleric. I was playing Cleric. And I zapped a wolf. Real bad. I know, Ryan, how to. But it had to be done. Eric, hello, how are you doing? How was the rest of Animal Crossing, and how was... You were playing Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, right? I've gotta do your thing. This is happening to everyone right now. Nick, I was surprised too. I thought they would have made it wider. But oh well. So how far did you make it in Superstar Saga? Were you starting from the beginning, or were you continuing? Forgive the questions, but I inquiring minds want to know. Okay, good. Axamin and Ted are almost ready for classes. Thank you. Eric is lovely also. Please check him out. Okay. Go to class. And fast forward! Because they can take care of themselves. Okay, we'll set Tad right with, no. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad they've already left. That's great. Who did this? Honestly, what it probably was someone started something cooking and then left because of class. And then it just started a fire. Did this man just strip to his underwear to watch the fire? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, so you did, all of, like, the mountain area. Very well done, Eric. You know there are fire extinguishers, right? Mom gotta no! No! Could you... They ruined my floor, my stove. Ugh. Ryan, that got caught by Automod, and I'm not gonna let it go just because I don't want to automatically permit those words for the future. But yes, you're correct. Now let's close our... Well, apparently not. Apparently they didn't get incinerated. Oh my gosh. Fine. I'll buy a better stove. I'm gonna sell someone's organs. Stupid Sims with their stupid house fires. Little idiots they are. Okay. Well. So Jeremy's organ. I wish I could. I have to sell either Axamin or Tad's. Oh, if I could sell Dan's organs, I really would. Dan has been working on my last nerve. Okay. Tad is hungry. What are you doing? Why are you... Oh, you're hungry too. Every time I check Axamin after class, he's doing something interesting. Today was football, apparently. In the snow. Is he a Minnesota Viking? No one knows. Why don't you go to the cinema? Yeah, attend a laser rhythmicon class. I know it won't let me see it, but I want to hear the sound effect they use. That would be very good, Mavkota. I can think of another one that he really shouldn't be having. But I don't think they accept donations of those, unfortunately. Oh yay, I got a discount. Oh man, they don't even use sound effects. For the guitar class, they have like guitar strumming sound effects and stuff. I was hoping the laser rhythmicon one would. No, you can leave the man his appendix. That's perfectly fine. You just eat alone. What are you? What? Okay, Matthew. I see Matthew is one of the sort who's like, man, it's not even cold. It's only 20 degrees. I've been in way colder. And Tad is sad and trying to go home, and I won't let him. But at least his grades are up. Okay. Fast forwarding. Tad's going to work hard at another class, which really won't last long. But at least he's on Dean's list. Okay, he'll work hard and then go home. And then we'll be Wednesday through. See, Rob, I'm a little jealous, truly. I love the winter, and I feel like I got 1 month of winter, not 3. I feel a little cheated. But if you don't like the cold, I'm sorry. And that's understandable. Not everyone does. It's not not something that is universally loved. And honestly, cold like that, especially in absence of snow, is terrible. But because cold like that usually means there will be snow, I enjoy it. Have a quick organic meal. Or do whatever it is that you think you're gonna do. Now, Mystic, what makes you say that? Because I very much disagree. Okay, you need to serve some dinner so we got some stuff for people here to eat, because all of these fools, they don't know what to do. We just need to finish, we need to get these guys out of university. You were playing Ace Attorney and now you have a donut. Terrific, not pro yet. And so are you playing through the original? Oh. Oh dear, Mystic. If we're all able to dress for the weather, there would be a lot less seasonal favoritism. Interesting point. You don't need to do that. Not your job. You should just go to sleep. Or paint a little and then go to sleep. And you're going to sleep right now? Okay, can't fault you. I didn't know that, Rav. Is it like one of those places where it's just sort of a perfect confluence of natural topography that makes it abnormally cold? Oh, Keshi, if you want to see the full effect, I would recommend you're using the channel points reduction switch glasses. Because it's 2015 up in here tonight. Hey there. Okay, well, Mystic did not want the hat. So we gotta redo the bun. Where's everything else? What do you mean everything else? I can't put myself in a coffee shop now, can I? Oh, I just turned it off for tonight. Because it's a very 2015 episode. It's a theme. There we go. Oh my gosh. Look at how cute I am. Okay, you stop painting. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. If I don't get my latte soon, I'm gonna literally die. Don't do that. Vocal fry is bad for your voice. Also, don't drink lattes. Either get regular coffee or get hot chocolate. That's the only two things any coffee shop needs to sell. Coffee, hot chocolate. That's it. None of the rest. A tea, if you want. I can get behind a little tea. But hot chocolate and coffee, I don't need any of the rest of these things. Cappuccino, who's that? Espresso, why? Coffee, hot chocolate, maybe tea. Sell a lemonade if you want to really get my business. Excuse you. You're excused. A latte is like coffee with milk. Well, Keshi, that would be if we were doing a very 2008 show, I think. Did you just literally wake up to drink? Okay, no. I don't think so. Here's what you can do. You can play video games. 'Cause that'll be good for you. Ravioli, this isn't like a real point. But here's how little I know about coffee, right? I don't really know what espresso cappuccino is. Mocha, I don't know what a mocha is. Like there are so many like what is a frappuccino? I don't know. Still listen to the song because it was yours first. Ugh. Ugh. That attitude. Ugh. But also totally catchy. Hot chocolate mixed with coffee. See, you had me at the hot chocolate, and then the mix with coffee just ruined it for me. Ruined. But Keshi, how are you doing? And I'll do this one. I got it. Hold on. Boom. Check him out. Keshi is lovely. Plays a lot of Zelda. I will admit, espresso is really concentrated coffee. That makes sense. What was I gonna say? Thank you for saying hello to Jenny. Well, you need to wake up and you need to cook something. Or I guess you could have some of that spaghetti and then put it away. Coffee shops, because they'll make things like mochas, will oftentimes also serve hot chocolate. I have very good hot chocolate. Sometimes. Sometimes they kind of skimp on the hot chocolate. And that makes me sad. I've tried hot chocolate at a lot of coffee shops because I don't drink coffee. And one of my favorite things is finding a good cup of hot chocolate. I've had a lot of okay cups of hot chocolate. At various price points. One of the best cups of hot chocolate I ever had was like 98 cents or something. It was like, it was a certain amount of, krona? Whatever the currency of the Czech Republic is. Are we twins? Possibly. We're basically the same person. I'm not Australian, unfortunately. Otherwise I'd say I know. And actually sound right when I say it. I think I gather what you're saying. I don't think coffee's nasty. I don't have any issue with the taste. Because I've had decaf before. I'm not into it. I'm not into caffeine. Whenever I need caffeine, I drink tea, and that has been in very, very rare occasion. Last time you had coffee was the day the Wii U came out. Wow. That's quite a specific, like, point that you're pinning it to. That's kind of remarkable. Okay. Your class is in 6 hours. Yours is now, apparently. Okay, and you. So, I guess Axamin can just paint. Just continue painting. Yeah, I drank tea to stay up late for, like, work on stuff 6 times in college. Well, once in high school. Twice in high school. High school was for, calculus, exam prep. Because, it was a bad midterm. I got a good grade on it in the end, but oh, it was so rough. I thought I got a C on it. And the grading was so kind. I think I ended up getting like a 92 on it, and I don't know how, because it was bad. It was so bad. Twice was for exam prep for my international / macroeconomics course in college, because I took it in the summer, and so it was 6 weeks rather than a full semester, and then it was also originally 2 classes mashed into one anyway to give the students more times to take other things, and so it was heavy, but it worked. And then another one of the times was actually to finish my sketchbook. Oh, I was going to talk more about that. I know I've talked about my sketchbook in the past, but I was saying that for almost every one of my sketches, there's a story of why I did something different, or what went wrong. Like, just pick a number 1 through 20. Any number 1 through 20. Because Axamin's going to be painting and then sketching later today, so it's apt. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. 3. Okay. So we'll skip this one. Ugh. You actually, Keshi, you might have picked one of the ones that I actually did pretty much straight up and down. Yeah, you got King's Cross, which was this one. Yeah. This is the train station. Although I did have to fight with my professor a little on this one because I didn't want to do the 2 buildings on the ends, but she was like, no, they're part of it, and they have some of the most interesting architectural features. And I was like, they're not the point. The point of the building is the double barrel vaults, the public clock. Like, those are the things you taught us about. She was like, no, get the other bits, get the context, get the surroundings. It's like, ugh. The whole time I was fighting with that lady. I was like, I want to draw this one specific part of the building, and you're like, and she would be like, okay, draw whatever features are like striking you most, and then when we would go back and I would ask her like, hey, is this okay? Is this enough? She's like, no, you need to add more and more and more. Anyways, we're coming back. Tad's fine. Pick another number between 1 and 20. While Axamin goes to sketch class. Because again, this is art imitating life right now. Only a few, Keshi. Only a few. Anglo-Saxon. Clever. 17.7. I'm going to round that up to 18. Okay, so this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, and here's the cast of Donatello that I was talking about earlier. This one I did a lot of detail work on. You'll note, or you may be able to see. Yeah, you can see. Each layer in that has each layer has like a different ornamentation to it. That was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 is a good one if you get a chance. 13. 14. 15. 16, 17. I'm not going to count that because that was for my paper. Oh, I think I know which one you got. This is a fun one, Eric. So you got my drawing at the National Theater. The National Theater is an ugly brutalist building, and so our teacher told us that we had to pick a scene in the interior, and the interior was this sort of 3-story. Oh, glasses off. Okay. This 3-story structure with balconies on various levels and some like interesting stairwells and things, but it was all brutalist. It was all cement and coffering, and it so aggressively ugly. Hat on. Okay. There we go. And so I literally picked a corner where you could see 2 of the balconies, and I got some of the coffering in the top of the sort of shot of my drawing, where you had the verticality that you wanted to emphasize, you had the balconies, you had the coffering, you had it all there, and I was able to do it in like a tiny drawing. And it was also towards the end of the semester. This was like one of the last drawings that we did, and I was like, I'm done. I can't do any more than that. So like you see over here, these are like 2 of the balconies. This is a corner, and there's the coffering at the top. Had all the things she wanted, and it was as minimal as possible because I was not doing more. And they gave me the degree and the award, and they can't take it back at this point, so I'll talk about this till the cows come home. Pick another number. 1 through, I guess, 19. 9, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah! This is a decent one for this. Hello, Reed! Well, you're in luck. Ooh, excellent, Rav. So, oh, we're done with sketch class. Okay. Back home we go. 9 was from the interior of the Soane Museum. We had to do 3 interior sketches at the Soane Museum. And so this, we essentially had to pick things at the Soane Museum that illustrated something about the building. And so I was quite taken with, there was an area where there was essentially, what is it called? Like there was an absence of things in sort of a column, and there was a round dome light at the top that sort of shone light from the top floor all the way down to the basement. Beautiful. That's a lie, but thank you. Okay, you don't drink, sell your painting, and then paint. And you, what are you doing? Why aren't you studying? And so I only wanted to draw the sort of light fixture, the glass dome, and the sort of surrounding structure, that the arcade structure that created this area. Such a vague word. The area that essentially went from 3rd floor to basement. And when I showed this to my professor, she was like, no, you have to get some of the the artifacts that are along the wall, because John Soane was a hoarder. So hoarder. Oh, terrific, not brilliant. And so literally every surface area in his house is covered with like stuff he stole. I think he bought it probably, but stuff he stole, like weird art things and shells. I don't know. The man's house is ridiculous. Look up a picture. And so she was like, draw some of the hoarder gear. And I did not want to. And I labeled them as pieces of someone's collection, but the man, oh my gosh. I didn't want to draw any of them. And there was so much. And they were all weird. There's like a bust, like a swirly thing. I still have scars from this class that refuse to heal. What you doing? What am I to do with you? I should have you doing... You should be casting an aura. Yeah, that's Tad's MO, Reed. I'm not worried about it. Did you do it? You did it. Okay. We should actually be looking at what Axamin is painting. Oh, this might actually be quite pretty. Yeah, I'll have Tad study again. And then I should probably have him do something for fun so that he's ready for tomorrow. Because tomorrow's exam day. Perfect. Okay. Another number. Oh, I didn't pick that. This is the fraternity house in university, so this is not my choices for any of this. But I do agree it very much fits. Okay. Either way. So 1 through 19. Five. Okay. 5 actually may be. In fact, it is. This is one of the only ones that I actually did as intended. Exactly as our professor asked. And it was the giraffe house at the London Zoo. We had to draw 3 buildings at the London Zoo. Or 2 of 3 buildings, excuse me. And our choices were the giraffe house, the penguin pool, or the elephant and rhino pavilion. Ooh, best of luck, Mafakado. And the giraffe house was super easy. The giraffe house, I'll show. It's like just a very basic building, and I drew, maybe if you can see it, a little giraffe poking its head out. Look, little giraffe. But what I will touch on is number 6. My drawing at the Elephant and Rhino Pavilion. Instead of drawing the exterior, which is what our professor wanted us to draw, I was taken with the interior and drew the interior. Because it also had some interesting architectural features, this sort of canopy quoting wood slatted roof, the use of cement on the inside, sort of replicating the fact that, again, it was brutalist in construction. And I was the only one who stayed inside to draw, and I had to convince my professor that there was enough there to, justify it. And she was like, but you also have to, make note of some of the things that are the exterior features that play into the interior. And it's like, the people who are drawing the outside don't have to talk about what's on the inside. Why am I, when drawing the inside, do I have to talk about what's on the outside? But again, just to draw what I wanted, I dealt with it because I didn't want to draw what she wanted. So I was like, okay, I'll play by your rules on this one since you're bending for me on that one. Oh, gosh. Copy! Fairytron, welcome on in. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. Skeletor, welcome on in. Copy, how are you? I'm so sorry, I don't think I'm following this one. Let me take care of that. Welcome on in, everyone. We're in Sims. We're playing University. And I'm dressed like this for a reason, not because this is how I normally dress. This is a bit. Welcome. Oh my gosh. Combi, how are you doing? It's so lovely to see you. I'm gonna take care of this. Yeah. You need not go into it here if you don't care to, but what I will say, this copy is absolutely wonderful and deserves to be checked out. Skeleton, thank you so much. Yeah, welcome on in. Hi. I'll do the streamer thing. I'm Axamin. I play The Sims on Sundays, which tonight my sim is painting. Right now I'm playing Kirby's Dream Land 2 on Mondays and Fridays, though Monday is probably going to be the finale of that. Play Animal Crossing on Saturdays. I do a lot. I'm kind of a mess. It's great. But welcome on in. Thank you so very much for the raid. I appreciate that immensely. How is your evening? How is Alien Isolation? Delightfulness. I'll take that. Here. I'll show y'all the full effect of the outfit. The get-up that I'm rocking this evening. There we go. It's 2015. Need to finish the DLC. Jora, I never, ever wear a hat like this. Are you sure, Reed? Are you sure that's the adjective that you'd give it? Anyways, the Sims they have exams tomorrow, so I'm just doing things that will, make sure that they're having fun, that they'll be, nice, bright, and light for, test taking. I'll have him go play video games with the others. Yeah, so if you have any questions, what you'll get to see after we leave university is sort of the broader cast that that takes place in the Sims series, because this is Tad and Axamin here. Tad, Axamin are just 2 of the 8 that we've been playing with. And Copy, you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Enjoy your life. And enjoy your nap. And I will do my level best to have a great stream. But already, having had you drop on in, it does a whole heck of a lot to get us close. Okay, I think they're both at max happiness now, so I'll have them go to bed nice and early. That way I can have them get up in the morning and have breakfast and shower and do all the things that it's nice to do before they get set off to exams. Oh, Reed, thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving a sub to Compy. I appreciate the heck out of that. Okay, there we go. So I'll have Axamin do the cooking in the morning because he's the better chef of the 2. And I'll wait until it rolls over. I think it's past 1 a.m. It's either 1 or 3 that the breakfast foods come in. I could have him make dessert. You should have something a little harder than just pie before taking a test. Maybe only a little, though. Pancakes probably, pound for pound, comparable amount of sugar. There we go. Yeah, serve. Ooh, French toast. Perfect. There we go. Now he's awake. It's 2 a.m. Perfect timing. And Tad is close, so Tad can take a quick shower. Not a problem, Compy. Not a problem at all. Reed is just super nice. And Reed, take all the time you need. Okay. A little cooking that we can just fast forward through. Keep my eye on Tad. If Tad's up now. Oh, interesting that your spring break starts after a day of classes not pro yet. Do you know why that is? Do you know why you're not just getting a full week straight off? Or are you getting like the next Monday after off? I mean, I can understand needing like time to... No, wait, we're cooking, Tad. Come on. Why don't you play some video games while you wait? No clue, but you're not going to question it. Fair enough. I get it. Excuse you? Thought I said play video games. Aw, thank you so much. Narl, for those who don't know, is one of the other folks who was joining me for D&D that I was mentioning earlier. Now, I appreciate that immensely. And again, this outfit's a bit... I feel the need to remind people who come new tonight that this is... If you're expecting this every night, I mean, I'll probably have other costumes. But I do things just to amuse myself. Are you just eating over the sink? Skeleton boy, oh my gosh! Thank you so much. Okay, Tad's hungry. That's why he's in sort of a foul mood. No. No need to wash dishes. Play video games. Make sure you're having fun before the test. Oh, okay, not pro yet. So they're giving you the... So they're starting the Monday to give you a little catch-up. And, ABS dude, yes it is. They have, within the video game options, there are, you know, a bunch of the EA properties included. So the sports game looks like Madden. They've got FIFA. I think you can actually play SimCity on if you're on the PC. Hold on. Oh, actually, hold on. Before I do that, I need to set you to play video games. So, because I need to make sure they're both having great fun before they have to go to... Yeah, SimCity. So there's a racing game, and I don't know what racing game EA owns, but meh. Let's go with that. That makes sense. Need for Speed. That would make sense. Yeah. EA doesn't love the people who play EA games. EA just loves EA. And that explains, I think, almost all of their recent decisions. Okay. So the two of them... This is the exam strategy for The Sims 3. You make sure they're having top-notch fun, that they've ate a great meal, that they slept well the night before. Even if they wake up at like 3 a.m., it's fine. It is a bit of a distance. You'd think they'd be sitting on this couch rather than this couch, but I'm not going to question it. They're having fun. And you know what? They're doing things that are healthy for their eyes. They're not like me sitting, you know, within 2 feet of my screen, you know, just fully ruining my eyes at any given opportunity. So you may be able to hear my dog. She likes to have a little bark in the evenings sometimes. She's adorable, so we don't fault her for it. I should have a picture on the deck for the stream of her. And I'm gonna, and then so once it's time for for them to go to the exams, you set them to try hard, because that will max out their grade progress bar. Skeleton Boy, take all the time you need. Thank you so much for coming along with the raid. And so, and then the final piece to my strategy is between exams, especially for someone like Tad who has exams back to back all day. You want to make sure that they don't go to their next exam too early, because they'll have the opportunity to start going about an hour and a half beforehand, and whenever they enter the building with their exam, they'll start taking the exam, and their fun will start going down, or their stress will go up. And so I usually set them to stream video twice, which is one of the social networking options, in order to cut in between, give them some fun back, and minimize the amount that they are, in exams before it's actually exam time. Now, Axamin has a gap between his classes, and so we don't need to do it as much. But I'm still gonna set him to, because why not? Why not just illustrate the power of the strategy? And while they're doing their exams, because always fun for them, I'll leave it on. I guess Tad's academic progress bar is the one that's further off. It's a black hole, so I can't, actually watch them, sort of hunched over their desks. I am going to pull one of the pictures of my lovely, lovely dog, so that I can show her, because she's adorable. So barky, so nervous all the time, but adorable. Now this'll be one that you've seen. I take new pictures of her when I can. Oh, I have a video for this. Forget everything. Okay. I put it in downloads. There we go. This should be the one. Oh, it's huge. Oh gosh. I can see her eyes. Hold on. I can fix this. It's so big. Why? I mean, I guess it's a full resolution photo, but still. Oh my gosh. There we go. There she is. She'll do this sometimes. She'll like put her paws like on your leg, or if you're sitting down like on your shoulder or something. She likes to get your attention. She had just been outside, which is why she has like mud on her claws. But the composition of the shot was too cute to pass up. Look at her. And then here she is in action. Okay. Now then, back to the actual Sims 3. No. Let's just mosey along. How'd the exam go? Flying colors, flying colors. Excellent. Yeah, so Tad has another exam in like 2 hours.
Oh, job jits.
And so for him, we set him to, stream video just twice, because that's about as long as he'll have for a break between. Because you'll note that he already has the ability to go there. And so the streaming video will take, twice will take about an hour. A little over in this case. And then he'll go back in and start the exam. But instead of starting it an hour and a half early, he's only starting it about 40 minutes early, and he's already back in like the sort of ecstatic level of fun, having a blast. Finding ways to get their fun back midday is the most important thing for Sims when they're taking exams. Axamin's doing great. Because, his next exam isn't until like 2. 4? 4. So for Tad, Axamin can just do whatever. For Tad, we just need to set him up with another set of 2 streamed videos. After his next exam, I'm sorry, are you going into an igloo or are you building an igloo? I guess finishing an igloo. And then studying in the igloo. Such a good student you are. What am I to do with you? Literally unprompted, he builds an igloo and then studies in it. I would say this is nothing like me, except it's exactly like me. I was a good student. I definitely took it way too seriously. Is that an overstatement, understatement? My endless frustrations, as chronicled about some of my classes, certainly, I think portends to how seriously I took it. Okay. Tad passed with flying colors, and it's got one more. Axamin is off to his last one. He's trying hard. It's funny, neither of them have had graduation gnomes. Usually, in the classes, they'll find a graduation gnome in the books in the pages of their textbook, and despite the fact that I don't like the gnome items in The Sims 3, I love when that happens because it's worth $1,000. It's not too bad. Hello, Lynx. Welcome on in. How are you doing? Folks, in case you don't already know, our wonderful friend here, Lynx, also streams... wrong thing. I didn't do the shout out. Hold on. Also streams and is lovely. Look, I'm still getting used to having a bot. I'm bad at it. It's fine. Okay. Let's fast forward through their exam. And make note of this building. How about me? I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Legs. This is the building where Axamin and Tad, after they've finished their classes, will go to graduate. Because I've completed both of them a degree here in university. Which means they are respectively the second and third Sims in the house who will have actual degrees. Alright. Tad and Axamin are both done. They get to go home. And so they have the evening... Actually, hold on, tradition time. Hold on. Don't go to the fraternity. Don't go to the fraternity. Both of yous come here. Post-exam, don't care who you are, don't care where you were. You eat out. You don't need to cook after you've had a big test. You eat out, you get something that's super greasy and unhealthy. Because exams, it's a lot of mental stress. Do something nice for yourself. Alright, Tad's there. Axamin's getting there, hopefully. Okay, I just gotta keep Tad from going home. He's getting texts. He'll be fine. Come. There we go. Eat with Tad. There we go. I've talked in the past about sometimes my post-exam food of choice would be going to this French fry place that was down the road from where most of my classes were. When I say French fry place, I mean the only thing that this place served was French fries and various sauces. It was great. Sometimes, however, if I was feeling a bit more like I wanted a sweet, I would get, there were times where I'd get ice cream. Oh my gosh, one time I was feeling real down after an exam, and I think it was a pint. It was a pint of Ben & Jerry's from, I guess it was the bodega that was across the street from where I was living at the time. And I think I ate half of it and then fell asleep in bed. I do think I put away the half pint that was left before I fell asleep. But it was one of those fall asleeps where it's like, I didn't even realize I was falling asleep. I just conked out and woke up 8 hours later, within seconds of my closing my eyes. Oh, not Parade, I feel like you embody that spirit in spades. Not pro yet. Always have room for growth. Never becoming arrogant. Alright. We've both gotten to enjoy the food at the restaurant. I think the flavor of Ben & Jerry's was actually the Tonight Show flavor, the Jimmy Fallon flavor. It's a good thing that I don't care particularly much for Jimmy Fallon, because I will never eat that ice cream again. I also just left, because I moved out the next day. I just left that half pint of ice cream in the freezer at the place that I was living. I completely forgot about it, because I couldn't take it on the flight. It's like, it wasn't like a sort of a callous, oh no, I'm just gonna leave this behind and let it be someone else's problem. He was like, I literally forgot about it. I forgot to throw it away, and I was gone within 12 hours of my buying it. That was also, of course, the time where I had to reschedule my flight because I wasn't supposed to have fallen asleep quite as hard as I did without setting an alarm. I wasn't expecting to fall asleep. But because I did, I woke up about 10 minutes before my flight was supposed to leave. Yeah, that's really not my thing, Reed. Normally I like to keep, my stuff pretty buttoned up. And I really did a nice job cleaning out the room that I was in after I rescheduled the flight for a few hours later. I still only had I think 2 hours to put my room back together and to pack all my stuff, and it was a morning. It was a rough morning after a rough day. I'm not telling the story very well because I've told it at length before. But the short version is, the previous day I had two of perhaps the hardest exams that I took in college on the same day, that I had woken up at 4 a.m. to study for woke up at 3 a.m. and got into school at 4 a.m. and was just at school studying from 4 a.m. until my last exam finished at 8 p.m. Got home maybe just before 10, had that half pint of ice cream, and then fell asleep super hard and woke up 10 minutes before a flight that I was supposed to be, a flight departing that I was supposed to be on. Did I buy the second fighter's pass? No, I don't think. Hello? What is this sound? Is there a burglar? What happened? Oh, there is! Well, my doors are locked. I'm good. I wonder what he's going to steal, though. I've never seen a burglar at university. I feel like burglars are more rare than I remember. Yeah. I mean, there's someone asleep in almost all of these rooms. Stole the foosball table. Maybe it's Brian? No, it's Darren. Darren Lopez. Is that it? Or are you just going to steal the foosball table and leave? That's literally it. I'm pretty sure he was just from a rival fraternity. Stealing the foosball table and leaving. Got what he wanted. Yeah, nope, can't. I honestly can't fault him for it. Tad also has finished, but he won't finish with a perfect GPA because his start at the degree he had a C. So he ends up with a B though. That's pretty good. Yeah, I feel like, Tad and Axamin never really played foosball. I'm surprised that they even noticed. Oh no, Tad missed a party. How sad. Ooh, what I can do, however, when Axamin wakes up, is have him read. And hopefully finally master cooking before graduation, which should be later today. So in the meantime, we'll just fast forward. Tad is drinking, Axamin's sleeping, all is normal. Ooh, hold on. I do have more things that I can do with Tad. No, don't tell a fairy tale. What you're going to do is you're going to cast an aura of body and mind, because that will continue to boost your fairy powers, and we can finally get to Bloom, because I think he's at level 4. There we go. Back to. I love that the auras essentially passively boost the fairy powers. Also, it gives everything, a nice red glow. Wait, that might have been it. Yes! He's got Bloom. Okay. This works! Oh my gosh. Okay. Gotta start doing this then. Are there only certain ones? Or can he do it to, all of them? How does this work? Okay. I gotta watch this. Because this is something that I've been working up to, because it's part of Tad's lifetime wish. Yeah. Okay. Tad, you good? And did that work? It worked for one. So it seems like there are only certain plants it can be done to. Yeah, well, it's winter. I'm not surprised exactly. But what this means is if I plant like 100 seeds, I can do this. Or actually, maybe all of these. Oh no, not all of them. Oh, I'm out of magic. Oh gosh, that may take a little while. Going on, hello, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Oh, you know what I'm realizing? I'm kind of dressed like you. Though you, of course, have reason to be dressed like this because you live in a place where this sort of hat makes sense, Conan. Conan, how are you doing? Folks! If you don't already know. Conan Kohai also streams and is absolutely lovely and is playing Subnautica on Sundays, which is fun. Yeah, so there you go. End of term GPAs, and now they will graduate. Okay, so if Tad's fairy magic is depleted for another 6 hours, so I can't really do much more blooming here. But we started that. We just have to get through another 97, and we'll have finished Tad's lifetime wish. I should have been working on this longer, truly. Hat switch. Goodbye. Let me put the hair back up. Conan, how are you doing this evening? How is Subnautica? Oh, of course. It is always lovely having you. There we go. Did I do that right? No, I did it very uneven. I will say, for all of Dan's problems, he's a good guitarist. Just higher up. Okay, it's fully falling down at this. That's fine. There you go. Final grades are in. Enough to complete the degree. You can tell that I never wear my hair like this, because I'm not getting this right. Anytime I try. There we go. And you're just reading, trying to finish your cooking skill. How close? 2:30? When is graduation again? I think graduation starts at noon. Oh, there is something that I should, oh, it's tomorrow. Oh, no, we're good. We're totally good. So Tad can just kind of do whatever. Axamin can finally master cooking. Oh, this is great. There is something that I have to note about graduation before it happens. When Sims graduate in university, it's a big thing, it's a big ceremony, and there's only one set of doors. So sometimes the Sims don't even get to go into the building, and if they don't actually go in and graduate, and it's only a 4-hour window, if they don't actually go in and participate in the ceremony, oh no, it's starting now. Oh gosh, it's happening, it's happening. Okay, I get to show it then. If they don't actually go in, they get their degree, but they don't get to pick their academic trait. It's happening. And the academic trait is an extra trait on their trait bar. And so we get to pick one for each of them. Oh, you hear that? It's time for a local forecast. We have a little bit of travel with a chance of graduation. We can't say for certain. Yeah, it does that. Sometimes the notification's supposed to come up sooner than it does, you know? Oh, did Tad already get there? Tad already got there. Yeah, so here's what I mean. A gaggle of folks forms at the doors, and there's no real sense of how the queuing works. They all are there, and they all need to go in at some point, and they all need to change into their robes. And it just, there continues to be more. Did one of them just do a dive? No, it was probably one of the werewolves who was like running on all fours. Because werewolf sims do that. Oh, it looks like Dan graduated too. Good for him. Oh, Ronald. Okay, I think Tad made it in. Tad made it in. Okay. Where's Axamin? Axamin is still outside. Axamin's not even wearing the clothes yet. Hoo boy. He's inching his way towards the door though. That's good. There is some graduation music playing, which is, I think, conflicting with local forecasts. I'm going to briefly pause it. There we go. They do a little pomp and circumstance. Did you make it in? You're over here now. Oh, they opened a second door. They never do this. This is great. Oh my gosh, they're both gonna make it, even though, like a dink, he's wearing a backpack over his graduation robes. Got this. Don't let Muggsy get in your way. They both made it. Thankfully, graduation is, it perfectly fills your need. They apparently have a snack table in there. So, you're never gonna die in graduation. See? Perfect moodlets. Or perfect needs. Or rapidly being filled. And so, unfortunately, graduation's just another black hole. I could have, like, invited a bunch of the people from the, the main world to come and watch. I've seen someone's spirit die at graduation photography. That's a story. Am I gonna tell that story? I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna! There was a fella. Yeah, there was a fella who was, almost valedictorian of my graduating class at college. And he got, kerschnooked by one of his professors. Because some of the classes have these very professor-dependent grading scales. And so this guy got like a B+ in a class that he felt he deserved an A in. I can't speak to it because I don't know his work. But so essentially he got, he got thrown out from I like Tad being a secret genius. I kind of love that. From being valedictorian because of it. And he contested the grade and everything, which is something that I know maybe only one or two other people who did my whole time at university. I never did it because that's too much. And so when it came time for him to walk across the stage, our dean had been like, hugging everyone because that's what she does, and it's like, it was a thing that like she like, everyone is asked ahead of time, right, to make sure that they're comfortable with it. But it's like, she was a really warm and wonderful lady, and so everyone, I mean everyone was, taking the hug. And this guy, when he walks across the stage, he makes a big show of saying, "No, I'm not going to hug you." And I think they maybe did a handshake, but it was really, like, tepid. And it's just, to see the look on his face, to see the look on my dean's face, it was like, oh my gosh. This was not told ahead of time, and this feels like a specific, like, this feels This feels like a weird way of getting a petty form of revenge. I took the dean's hug. It was lovely. Anyway, this wasn't like a... It was like a, quick side hug thing. But still. Artistic? No, I don't think so. I'm going to give him natural cook. Because that's really what he went for the fine arts degree for. Yeah. Yep. Because that's his job, right? Not when he's at university, but when he's back in the real world, he's, a master chef. Which is really unlike me, but I wanted to play a different career path. Anyways, they can just sort of do whatever they want now that they've graduated. Grow a money tree. Huh. I guess he can do that. I might spend a little time with Tad. Just doing a few more blooms. Go out and party. Well, actually, no. University's going to kick them out in about 3 hours, but yes, for all intents and purposes, yes. Thankfully, I do believe Tad will not lose his motorcycle. This is fantastic. This is the best thing I ever bought for him. Yeah, it doesn't automatically kick him out. Okay, no. You're going to bloom whichever ones of these you can. No? Ah! Found one. I don't know why it's only some of them, but it is. Here's another one. Here's another one. There's another one. Ooh, it works on, like, the dead ones. That's good. I wonder if it actually, like, brings them back. I guess I'll have to see. You're right, Reed. You're right. Let's watch. I don't think it works. But he tried. And it counts. That's the important thing. It counts. Yeah, there we go. Let's get to 10 if we can. Before it kicks us out. Okay, maybe one of these. Come on. Give me one. Only want one. Just one. No, running out of time. Ooh. Revive? He can revive plants? Oh, he's out of fairy magic. Glasses off. I wonder how the revive works, though. I think that's part of his green thumb trait, not his fairy powers.
Ooh. Birches up. Ah, tali rota.
I don't think he revived it. I think he just got rid of it. Well, that's what the redemption does, Reed. I can't control it. Alright, they're heading back. And so now we'll get to, reincorporate them with the rest of the family and do a challenge. Because as always, in order to determine the features of the next episode, which really, Tad, I wasn't quite able to finish Tad's Lifetime Wish, but now we're at a point where most of what I have to do is just repetitive tasks, right? And same thing for Axamin. Axamin's gotten way closer. He's got 2 skills at level 6 and 1 at level 9. And I just need to get him to, 10 in 3, which I can do. No, Priya, I mean, that's a power in and of itself, truly. Um, so, I just need to get, both of them I've moved down the line towards their lifetime wishes pretty well. But I gave them also 2 episodes, which is, sort of in violation of the rules of the series thus far. But I wanted to, so I did. Yeah, so the ones left, Winnie's finished her lifetime wish, and Rick's finished his. So Roberta, Ronnie, Brian, and Scarlett. They're the ones who I still have yet to finish their lifetime wishes. Roberta's I can't. Because I need an open space in the house. And so hers, I think, has to be last. And so we have 3 Sims competing for 2 slots. Which would be Ronnie, Scarlett, and Brian. And interestingly, the 3 of them are perhaps the most chaotic of the bunch, I'd say. Also, this is going to take a minute. It's been a while since it's loaded in the main world, and it might have forgotten how to do Appaloosa after 2 episodes of University, but that's why it makes backup saves. Who's here for the chaos? I hope everyone. Interestingly, I think they're also the 3 most romantically inclined. Brian has been on a lot of dates, as has Scarlett, and, Ronnie's married. What to do with that? I could just set it to fast forward and see, see which 2 get asked on dates the soonest. Because Brian, it's only a matter of time. Seems like almost every day he does. And Scarlett, it's maybe closer to every other, but it's still close. Okay. And we're back. And we've got everyone back, including Ralston.
Lorky.
We should have an episode about Ralston. I think that would be adorable. Kazi, welcome on in. How are you doing? Welcome back. How about me? I'm doing well. Oh, look, they're still like waiting out here when they were saying goodbye. How cute. Who let the dogs out? Would be good. Okay. Ooh, is that one of Scarlett's? Oh, I want to see how this finishes. I'm sorry, I'm immediately very interested in this painting. I do think I could sort of just let it run and see which of them get asked on dates first. But this, ooh, I want to see how this turns out. Also, I hear Ronnie slapping someone in the back. Scarlett in the mood to work no, never. Speaking of romance, who's it this time? Someone we don't even know. I'll tell you, Reed. I've recently, hey, thank you so much for giving us up to Token Pig. Scarlett took a job, during the, episode that we visited, Joelle and Angeline Evangeline. And when we got back to the main house, Scarlett had taken on a job, And as soon as we got back, and I tried to say, hey, Scarlet, go to work, she was like, nope. It's not me. I don't do that. Anytime that I would give her the task to go to work, it would immediately get canceled. She doesn't do it. Only when I'm not looking. This is quite something. It's worth $500 also. Who are you slapping? Oh, you're not actually slapping anyone. Someone else is slapping someone. Oh! Will you look at that? Chad became a B-list celebrity by talking to this one. Fancy that. Okay. Sorry, are you online dating, Missy? No, she's just chatting. Uh-huh. That's how it starts. I got it. As always. You know what we should do? Marty, you should visit your husband. This is where he lives. I think. Oh, Benjamin's at the park. Well, let's go find him. So is he at the event park, or is he at the, like, main park? Doesn't actually seem like much of... Oh, I've got it! This is one of the... You can do this... It's one of the winter events, right? Hold on. Is it indoors? So, one of the things that you can do with these is, like, eating contests. And eating contests work for up to 4 Sims. What is this? Is this like a Grange display? Oh, sorry. It's just a layer. Can we do 2-on-2? Hold on. Let me get... I think I've got this. Ronnie, Brian, Scarlet, and Roberta. I'm gonna have them do a snowball fight. With Ronnie, with Roberta, and with Brian. That'll do. Another snowboarding contest. No, we've already done that. Well, they pick even teams. They do. Oh, interesting. So it's Ronnie and Brian versus Scarlet and Roberta. Lots of pre-game taunting. Ooh! First 2 shots, Roberta lands one on Ronnie. Point Roberta. Oh, I'll do it your way. So, point Roberta. Hit on Brian. Point Scarlet. It's now 2-0. Ooh, a swing and a miss from both Roberta and Ronnie, trying to hit each other on that one. Unfortunately, in their haste, they both missed. Ah! But Roberta lands a body blow on Ronnie. Point yellow. Ooh, point red. Point red! It's coming back. It's 3-2 in favor of yellow. With Scarlet, or excuse me, with Brian and Ronnie both landing cross-court blows on Scarlet and Roberta. Ooh, there's another cross-court Brian onto Roberta. 3-3. All tied up. Brian is, of course, one of the most athletic in the household, and has now hit Roberta, it seems like 3 times. Ooh, another hit by Ronnie onto Scarlet. That's 5-3 in favor of red. Things are heating up. That's 6. 6-3 in favor of red. It seems like red's got yellow playing defense, and that's how they like it. Yellow seems to be missing out on any opportunity to actually form snowballs. And as a result, is not picking up points. With a lead of now 7-3, red, it seems to be running away with this. Yellow's not incapable of coming back, but remember, both Brian and Ronnie are relatively athletic. Ooh, and there goes another one. A body blow. But Roberta hasn't heard the last of it. She's going to try and catch back up. 8-4. 8-4. Ooh, and that's a hit by Scarlet. On to Ronnie, following the cross-court strategy that we saw Red employing. That's 8-5. Still... Ooh, double hit. 9-5. Or 9-6. Red over Yellow. Scarlet and Roberta are now resorting to the double offensive, trying to turn something around to get some points back, where Red has really been just dominating in scores. Ah, that was a hit. And that'll put it to 9-7. Still in favor of Red. Ooh, another hit on... It seems that they found the weakest link to be... Brian's team duck and move to victory. 100-80. Oh, so it actually did keep count. Perfect. Well, there you have it. The next episode will feature on Brian and Ronnie. 10 points per hit. Yeah. I was tracking perfect. Well, great. Now, Tad. I just want to see something real quick. Because we've got a lot of plants here, right? Oh, yeah. A lot of these can be bloomed. Or 3 of them. No. More. Why is he crying? Yeah, I need to keep doing this. Because that will ultimately get us much, much closer to Tad's final goal for his lifetime wish. Oh, great that I left such a bad garden here. Mod that someone made posted on their Tumblr showing Toho Sims in a hot dog eating contest. Interesting. Yet Tad is crying quite violently about something. Maybe it's because he's no longer living in the same town as his boyfriend. Oh, he's out of magic. Oh no, it reset! Oh gosh, I've got to start again from the beginning. Aw. Reed, that sounds cute. Okay, so the ones we did at university don't count. That stinks. Okay, well. Tad'll go rest in his fairy house and hopefully that'll, like, refill his magic faster. Why did it say Roberta needed to... Oh. Fix her job before... Oh, that's why. Did she just skip work Tuesday? She might have. That's okay, she's got work in the morning. Wah, 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 wah. Does the chewing? I guess the chewing bothers everyone. Sorry, Ralston, you're not allowed to have fun. Poor thing. You should sleep. So the dun dun da da one. You know, something tells me that you'd do better. You'd have more friends if you didn't always try to scare people because you're evil. I know that Ronnie's, you know, her goal as the leader of the pack is to collect a bunch of objects worth money in, you know, werewolf hunting scenario. But I gotta say, Benjamin's still out at the park. Are we sure it's a park? Maybe he's at the dog park. Oh, that would make sense, because Benjamin's a werewolf. She does enjoy being... But here's the thing. This has been the thing with Ronnie from the beginning. She is friendly. She's also a diva and evil, but she's friendly, and she loves to swim. She's an equestrian. She loves horses.
Ah, chala.
But she just... In the battle between her evil and her friendly sides, the evil always wins. She needs to actually make some friends, and I think that's going to be a goal for her in the next episode. And friends within the house, I mean. Like, she needs to make amends. She needs to realize that her previous behavior is, you know, it's not healthy. It's not healthy to hate everyone you live with. And to have the one person you love be living somewhere else. Yeah, press 1 for if you think Ronnie will make a friend, and press 2 if you think she really won't. Yeah. Yeah, that was predictable, Reed. I thought you might say that. Also, I would love to delete that rug that doesn't exist, but that does exist, you know? Oh, I forgot that I stole that from the French 2 in Rick's episode. My goodness, this house has really come along. I'm glad that the bedrooms stayed the same. Also, I love the lava lamps outside of that room. And of course, the winemaking studio. Honestly, Ronnie's been proving me wrong since day one. She has had such interesting pockets of growth. And the fact that she is the one in the most consistent and stable relationship of anyone, despite the fact that they both, like, love cheating on each other. Or at least did when they were still dating, before they got married. I don't know what Benjamin's doing now, but Ronnie's apparently been eternally faithful. Like, despite all that, they're a match made in heaven for some reason. And she also seems to be a fairly effective werewolf leader. And she also has a blog, but that makes more sense. Oh. Well, not that answers all my questions. I was about to ask, but now I don't need to. Thank you for that. Thank you for that information. Okay. Folks, we are near as a hair of 3 hours. And as per usual, that is when I call it an evening. But I want to say thank you all so very much for joining me. I had a wonderful time. I hope you have too. Thank you so very much to all of you who came along with Compy's raid. I appreciate that immensely. Compy's wonderful. As are so many of the other folks who have stopped on by tonight. Thank you, Reed. And so, tomorrow I will be finishing Kirby's Dream Land 2. Wednesday will be Paper Mario with Ryan. And Friday maybe something new. Or something Smash Brothers-y. We'll see. But have a wonderful rest of your night. I'm going to set you on a raid. I think tonight I'll send you along to Drew, who's playing a Zelda game of some sort. Skyward Sword. Fun. So I hope you will go and say hello to him. And all of y'all, have a wonderful rest of your evening. And all of the channel point stuff will be back to normal next time. Because the 2015 special is done. Oh, Reed's wearing the Rose shirt. Oh, I love that shirt. Alright. Go and say hey if you would. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, everyone. Good night, and I'll be back tomorrow.